So a quick review of propane and its derivatives. When there is a single bond, then suffix is ane. Formula is C3H8. Now when it is a halogen derivative, chloro or bromo, there will be a prefix, chloro or bromo. So it will be chloropropane or bromopropane. If it is an alcohol, then we will not use a prefix, but we will use a suffix, and the suffix will be OL. So one E will be removed, the last E will be removed, and OL will be added. So it will be propanol. Then if it is an aldehyde, then again suffix AL, so it will be propanol. If it is a ketone, we will add ONE, but we will not pronounce it like one. So it will be propanone. If it is carboxylic acid, then we will add OIC acid. So it will be propanoic acid. Propanoic acid. If there is a double bond, then the suffix will be ENE. So it will become propene. If it is triple bond, then YNE. So it will be propyne. So like this, the names will change. It can be ethyne, ethene, butene, butane, and so on. So when carbon combine with hydrogen, then the compounds are called hydrocarbons. So there are some general chemical properties of hydrocarbons. The first property is combustion. Carbon itself also and all compounds of carbon also can burn. That is why they are also used as fuel. Coke, coal is nothing but carbon, and it is used as a fuel. So what methane, another hydrocarbon that is also used as a fuel. So let us take the example of carbon. Carbon plus oxygen will form carbon dioxide. All non-metals can burn to form their respective oxides. So carbon also does the same. Then let us take the case of methane. This will form carbon dioxide and water. When methyl alcohol also burns, this also forms carbon dioxide and water. And in all these three reactions, lot of heat is generated. So these are exothermic. Now because heat, and not only heat, even light is generated, these are used as fuel. Coal or coke is used as fuel. Then methane is a part of CNG and biogas. Both are used as fuel. And methyl alcohol, which is commonly called spirit and is used in spirit lamps, even that is used for burning. Now the question arises that why a flame is produced when something is burnt. These days it's not very common, but in villages still for cooking purposes either wood or coal is used. Now when wood or coal is used, initially they form a flame, but later on they don't. They only glow. Lot of heat is produced, but there is no flame. Why so? You burn candles, there is a flame. You burn a stove, you burn a gas burner, there is a flame. Why there is no flame in wood or coal? Because a flame is formed only when vapors are burnt. Then why they are burnt initially? There is a flame in wood and coal, because when the volatile substances which are present in wood and coal, they vaporize and they burn, they form a flame. But later on, no flame is formed. But in the case of wax also, the wax vapors burn to form a flame. So maximum heat is produced when the fuel is a gas, like for example LPG or biogas. But in the case of liquids, the heat generated is less than gaseous fuels, like kerosene oil. Similarly, in the case of solid, it is the least, like coal and wood. So that is why these days we prefer gaseous fuels like LPG, because they are more heat efficient. On Diwali, we burn diyas. And what is the fuel used? Mustard oil. And if we cover the main diya, which has 4 twigs in it, with a iron blade, then lot of carbon black gets collected in the form of soot, which is used as kajal, and it is called carbon black. Even sometimes when our gas is not functioning properly, the vessels turn black. Why this happens? This is due to unburnt carbon particles. It can happen either due to insufficient supply of oxygen, or it can happen because of the kind of compound it is there. The saturated compounds produce a luminescent flame. The saturated compounds form a luminescent flame, which is blue in color, like methane. But the unsaturated compounds, they produce a yellow flame. And the result is that it produces unburnt carbon. And that is why it turns black. But not necessarily. It can also be due to insufficient supply of oxygen. If you have seen your gas burner carefully, there are small holes for oxygen. Sometimes due to boiling of a dal or some other kind of cooking, these holes get blocked and then the flame is not blue, and the result is that vessels start turning black. Another reason is using vegetable oil, like the example of Diwali diya. So in that case also, because the compound is unsaturated, because vegetable oil has unsaturated fats, there will be production of soot. But in the case of saturated fats, like a diya of pure ghee in your temple, no soot is produced. And that is why we generally in India prefer a diya of pure ghee, because it is a saturated fat and it will form a clear flame.